Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's time to go to the tavern. That's pretty much it. I have no idea what's going to be in here, but I'm very hopeful. Well, there's stuff. That's fine, we'll have that. That seems good. Ooh, Cooking Almanac of the Inner Seas. I think we've already read this, weirdly. Yes, I'm almost certain we've already read it.
Tread lightly.
Oh, we're in the downstairs of the tavern. Oh, I want to go... Wait, are we? Yeah, I want to go upstairs, I guess, then? This doesn't seem like much of a tavern. This actually seems more like a house, to be honest with you. Ooh, a belt. +2 Mighty Constitution. Lovely. Chronicles of Blades and Eternal Sunshine Pilgrim's Journey. I think we've already read that one. I don't know if we've read... I don't think we've read the Chronicle of Blades. The history of Rosalind is known for many mysteries. One of them is the story of Baron Cirion I. Cirion was a furious fighter, although not highly skilled. There were malicious rumors that he fled to Rosalind to hide from the sneering public after he'd lost dozens of jewels in his homeland. But his new home greeted him with yet more misfortune. He waged not a fistful of coin, but a whole settlement in the jewel with a gang chieftain. But the Baron was broken again and left Rosalind in shame. He dropped off the map for several long years and quiet anonymity changed him completely. Not only did he return home bearing a new name, Cirion Aldori, but he also acquired a new gift. He no longer had any equal in sword fighting. Cirion challenged the chieftain who had once disgraced the young Baron and slew him in the blink of an eye. Afterwards, he announced a reward of 100,000 gold coins to anyone strong enough to defeat him in battle. Well, you know, that's one way to start a barony, you know? We could try that, except it's anyone who can challenge us in... I don't know. I don't think we have anything. Maybe that's something we need to work on. Is this the really... Oh, that's a house. Yeah. Oh, there's a tavern's a separate place entirely. Well, we'll continue going to houses. That's fine. I was almost certain that was the tavern, but whatever. Oh, we got shops over here. We should definitely have a look. Feridil, or Ferdil. A young dwarf, red-haired, neat, and surprisingly clean-shaven, stands leaning against a sledgehammer. He's busy reading some book, but as you approach, he looks up and bows slightly. Greetings, your grace. I'm Feridil, a blacksmith. What can I do to help you? Tell me about yourself. What is there to tell, your grace? I'm a blacksmith. My father was a blacksmith, my grandfather was a blacksmith, and his grandfather too. Besides, every one of them were remarkably fertile, so I have plenty of cousins, second cousins, third cousins, and all of them are blacksmiths too. Pretty much all the weapons in Mivon were forged by someone from our family. That's why I moved away from the old home guards. My skills are more useful around here, that's for sure. What were you reading? Feridil looks a little confused. Well, different things. It's nice to take a rest with a good book. Now it's just now it's Valor and Honor, 10 Adventures of the Splendid Willis Gunderson in Absalon. You look a little unusual for a dwarf. Feridil sighs and runs his fingers through his hair. You expect to see a beard, eh? No offense. What's the point of a beard? Especially when you're a blacksmith and working with fire. You burn it once, dip it into lighting oil, catch a spark from the forge, and your beard is history. You're better without one. I like to see your goods. As your grace wishes. Okay, what does he sell? He sells a lot of +1s. Adamantine full plate. Ooh, that looks good, I think. Okay. Yeah, okay, he sells exactly what you would think he would sell. And we have Hasuf over here.
The path is clear.
Okay. You see a dark-skinned, withy man with a weather-beaten face and a happy smile on his face. He is dressed luxuriously, and his dark hair and neat mustache are exquisitely coiffured. The man bows to you, spreading his arms wide. Hasuf from Absalon is happy to welcome you, your grace. Come, take a look at the best wares we traveling merchants have to offer. Please, come, take a look. Tell me about yourself. My pleasure, your grace. The merchant smooths his mustache and commences his story with an air of importance, speaking in a sonorous voice, gesturing wildly. Hasuf's family was not rich, and he, as many in Absalom, had to start from the very bottom. As a child, while his peers chased pigeons and stole apples at the market, he worked at a tannery. Oh, I can still smell this disgusting stench. The man pulls out a heavily perfumed handkerchief and waves it in the air. Ahem. Well, the young apprentice worked hard and saved every coin, and soon managed to purchase that tannery from his former master. Then, as soon as he had enough money, he opened his own trading agency. After 10 years, countless deals, and many tours in his caravan, Hasuf was one of the most successful merchants in Absalom, thus writing his name indelibly. I don't know, stumbled over that, we'll just move on. In the history of the great city. The merchant looks at you with pleasure. Well, how was that? I'm looking for a writer so I can dictate my memoirs. Haha. I think many would find it interesting and useful to learn more about me. What's the secret to your success, Hasuf? There is no secret. Perseverance, strength of character, attention to detail, the gift of persuasion, charm. All of this, among many other things, are key to success in my profession. But if I did have a secret, who would I be to share it with anyone? The merchant laughs merrily, his hands rubbing his sides. Why did you leave Absalom, the center of global trade, for some young barony in the Stolen Lands? Ha 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 ha. This is a long story. I don't think your grace would be interested. No, come, tell me why you left Absalom. I insist. The merchant groans theatrically. Very well, as you wish, your grace. It was about a woman. When I was still young, I fell in love with the daughter of a judge, an important person in Absalom. For many years I tried to win her heart, but she was cold as stone. I should have given up, but this is not my character. In the end, I did manage to win her love, but I was unready for it. Hasuf swallows and rubs the back of his head. As Abadir is my witness, the flames of hell burn inside this woman. I could not live with her for even 6 months. Tenderness and passion one day, screaming and scandal the next. Sometimes she would break into my office during business meetings to make a jealous scene, and sometimes pulled me by my collar from the finest taverns in town. I couldn't sleep. I was nervous all the time, and it started to affect my business. I realized there was nothing else to do but run. Leaving her and remaining in the city would be impossible, even in such a city as Absalom. I decided never to return. I fear that wildcat of a woman will follow my trail. Hasuf stops talking and stares into space without blinking. Although sometimes, after a couple of jars of wine, I still remember her. Perhaps it was I who unleashed this tornado in her. If somehow I'd behaved differently. Well, let's see what we have. Okay, so he sells weapons, again, much as the other merchant. Weapons plus is an agile rapier +2. Oh, nice. Chain shirt, that's quite nice. Ring of Plentiful Hands, plus bonus on damage rolls with bows. Interesting. A luck bonus. Ring of the Beast King. Okay, there's a bunch of good stuff being sold around the place. A bag of holding. We already have one, but we might as well buy. We have a small bag of holding. We can buy. Oh, but we can't afford it. Way out of our price range. We should buy camping supplies while we're here. I think 14's an okay number, the amount we had before. We'll go 14 and we'll see if that's alright. Okay. So, that's him. We got another house over here, and we got houses over there, and we got the area exit. Okay, so I want to go to the house over here. Hey, Guardian of the Bloom.
Hello, my savior.
Yes.
You asked if we'd meet again. And here I am.
It's the nymph, who I think, judging from what the Stag Lord said, I think this nymph was controlling the Stag Lord, or there's something going on that she hasn't told us. Okay, a savory aroma of herbs and flowers is the first thing that lets you know that your longtime acquaintance is here. The nymph looks at you in a strange way, as like she's never looked at you before.
I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power? I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lady, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
Okay. Wait, I wish to ask you something.
Forgive me, nymphs are not made for cities. The noise and vanity of human settlements vex me. I will answer all your questions, but there, in the silence of my asylum.
I was happy to help. I'll see you in the verdant chambers.
So long. I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter's snow.
Okay. Not weird at all. That's fine. Let's head in here. And continue acquiring some taxes. Nice, thank you, thank you, thank you. See you later. Ooh, what that pot? Oh, it said something. Okay, I don't like the suggestion. If I were in the Baroness's shoes, I'd definitely stock up on invisibility potions or some other means to avoid trouble. Okay, so basically it's saying that we're going to have trouble getting there on our own.
The path is clear.
So we should get some things that allow us to bypass fights. Fair enough, fair enough. I like it. Shadows of Absalom, we've definitely read. Okay. And this is locked. Oh, well, you know, that's fine. You can pay your taxes later. Let's go speak to Reg and Octavia over this way. Also want to come back to ourselves so we can see if there's anything else going on around here. Don't think there is. This overlook all the way over there that we can look at. Or it's up here as well. But anyway. Hey, Reg. Rigongar bares his fangs in a smile. So, Chief, when are we leaving? How'd you like it at my party? I think it's grand. You have a fine gang of lunatics here. I myself am no noble from high society. Ha ha. But seriously, Octavia and I have never dreamed of a leader like you. We imagined we'd sit in the woods and rob wagons, maybe join a band of mercenaries. Never expected to become the henchman of a local ruler. Not to mention such a pretty one. Ha ha. Rigongar winks at you playfully. Well, we already know that Octavia and him have this open thing going on. Are you serious? You better not joke like that. What if I happen to like you too? The half-orc approaches you closely and locks eyes with you. And what if it's not a joke? Huh? After a pause, he steps back and laughs heartily. I'm joking, or am I? We can discuss this later, another time and place. Well, I have to go. So long. If you want to know anything else, just ask, don't be shy, and don't go pale when I answer. Right. Octavia, hello. Hello! Octavia smiles at you flirtatiously. Got any good news? No, that's it, actually. See ya. Sure, come anytime. Right. I assume this is their house. We'll continue taking stuff from it. Oh no, there's other people in here. It must be these guys' house. Ooh. 24 copies of Prodigy. Why is there 24 copies of this book? I think we've already read it as well, actually, now that I remember it. But why do they have 24 copies of it? This seems unnecessary. Harim, hello. Just want to have a word. Harim pulls his beard, muttering something that could be either prayers or curses. Upon noticing you, he winces. What? Oh, it's you, Soroceros. See ya. Where's Jethal? We haven't seen her yet. She's the one we haven't seen. Well, she could be at the tavern, I suppose. Let's go have a look at the tavern. Yeah, we've spoken to Tristian. Okay, we have spoken to a lot. She's going to tell us she's tired again in a second. I'm just calling it. It's gonna be like, I'm tired. Oh no. Anyway, whatever. Let's got a nice symbol of drinking. Well, taverns are usually a place you get quests in RPGs. It's traditional. And you get them from the innkeeper. So, fingers crossed, I'm looking for a quest. Because right now we don't really have anything. Apart from
tired.
Survive. Okay, there's a lot of citizens. There's Amiri. There's a Normal 8 Eyes, who basically is our mercenary hirer. We have Alina, the innkeeper. Hey, Alina, this stuff's mine. Just thought I'd let you know. Thank you. The Beer Mug Inn. Okay, what have we got over here? Someone carved a body poem about the origin of the name the Stag Lord. Oh my. Hey, Alina. Let's have a chat. Behind the inn's bar stands a young woman with curly red hair, round face, and rosy cheeks. She gives you a friendly smile, fixing her cap. So nice of you to stop by, Your Grace. I'm Alina, the innkeeper. Tell me about yourself. I'd be happy to, Your Grace. I love to talk, especially about myself. Where are you from? What land? Which family? I hail from the River Kingdoms, or Tomb to be precise. I'm from a farming family, just about everybody from around there. There's more fertile land and pasture there than anywhere in the River Kingdoms, except maybe Seven Arches. The folks who grow crops in Ten Castle are well respected there, but at the same time they live in constant danger. There's too many bad people, too lazy to work all day, don't mind taking other people's things. Why do you decide to become an innkeeper? I was bored, don't get me wrong. I was fine at my father's farm. I've got nothing but respect for farmers' work. But in our back county, you go half a year about seeing new faces. No news, nothing's happening. I've dreamed of working at an inn since I was a child. That's the kind of place where there's always a lot of guests and stories. Where does the inn's name come from? Don't ask, it's too funny. I keep thinking about what name to pick, choosing just the right one, but not one to waste time. I drew a beer mug on the door. I figured folks would just see it and come in. So, the locals got used to calling the place the Beer Mug Inn, so the name stuck. Tell me about the River Kingdoms. A month wouldn't be long enough to tell it all, Your Grace. Each kingdom is a special place, all its own. Elves live in one of them. Another one, half the country belongs to the Murderers Guild, and the other half gives them their orders. They say that they even get locals discounts. There's just one thing that unites us all. Like a strong thread that keeps a quote together, it's the 6 River Freedoms. The 6 River Freedoms? Yes, the first freedom, say what you will, I live free. It doesn't mean you won't get beaten up for what you say though. The second freedom, well, if you can call it a freedom, the oath breakers die. Those who break oaths get killed just like that, so people prefer not making any oaths at all. The third freedom, walk any road, float any river. Once the ruler of Hybar decided to build a gate across the river and collect a fee from each passing boat. Well, there's no more Hybar. The fourth freedom is even worse than the second one. Ports are for kings. Whatever a king says goes. Well, as long as he doesn't say to build a gate across a river. Now for the fifth. Slavery is an abomination. Nothing to explain there. Runaway slaves from all over come to us for a reason. And the sixth. You have what you hold. It means that theft is a much worse crime than robbery, if you catch my grift. You can honestly beat a robber and keep what's yours, but a thief acts on the quiet. Shame on him. That's just disrespectful. Thank you, Alina. We'll discuss it another time. I'm talking too much, Your Grace, Alina sighs. Shows what treats you have. Okay, so she doesn't actually sell us, but doesn't give us any quest. At least not directly. But, right. Let's head up here. Nobody important. That's fine. We'll grab that. Grab that. Grab that. Okay. So it definitely seems worth walking around. We're making a fair amount of money. Also, you hear this knocking in the inn. I took a short break during that conversation because I thought that was actually someone like knocking around at my door. Yeah, it was just a little distracting. But anyway, there's Jathal in the darkness up here, of course.
I'll go ahead.
Right. 2 books on the nature of the divine and Notes of a Traveling Priest. I think we've read both of these. I'm almost certain we've read most of these. Yeah. Anyway, Ithal, hello. Nope, see ya. That's fine. If she wants to sit in this room and be quiet, that's absolutely fine by me. We got some citizens and some more stuff that we can have. I don't need their hide armor. Red. I don't think we've read this one. Argon was knocked flat. He laid gasping, arms spread, a lump of rage rising in his throat. He remembered his dream. Black soil, red ravens in the empty sky, their coarse strokes ringing in his ears like a taunt. Charl would never take Rosslyn, never. Aldori sprang to his feet, as if the blood-soaked soil was driving him forward. With a cry of rage, the Sword Lord rushed into battle. The sky turned scarlet with blood as they furiously chopped off his enemies' heads. The scarlet horizon drew closer. Its roar nearly drowned out the sound of battle. Argon looked to the sky, and a fiery blast descended upon him. These were no ravens that circled above him. The fearsome breath of the red dragons of Chorrol melted the soldier's armor and turned living flesh to ash and dust. And then we have the cooking almanac, which we've read already. Right. Head out here. Head long. What else have we got? We got another door. Locked. I can't pick locked, so. Okay, it stays locked. Fine. And then here. More stuff that we can have. Curse of Ancient. I think we have read that one. I could be wrong. Oh no, I don't think we have. Tell us, O teacher, why would Brevoy call us barbarians in the books you gave us? The gods became angry with our homeland, my son. This land has devoured so many great empires, as if it were unwilling to bear life. There are centuries-old ruins around our settlement, and they were ravaged by a star that fell from the sky. The kingdom of the Cyclops was the first victim of its curse. New settlers claimed this land 10 centuries ago to establish a beautiful country named Iobaria, which stretched from the Lake of Mists and Veils to the Castrovan Sea. But the curse still lay upon these lands, and trouble came again. Our ancestors suffered numerous maladies. The tear plague, the char death, the choking death, one after another, leaving only pain behind. People say that Otip the Necromancer was to blame. But who knows? A great civilization was turned to dust, and that's why I'm teaching you. Brevoy shouldn't make fun of you, or call you barbarian. Okay, that's fine. We'll have that. And we'll have that. Good, we got a whole bunch of stuff. I think we have now been everywhere. We've seen all of our companions at the very least.
I feel tired.
I know you feel tired. And I feel like you should just continue walking around, because that's what I want you to do. Right. So, now we've talked to everybody. What are we going to do? I think it's time to leave and maybe go do that Nettles quest. Possibly. Let's have a look at that. See how it goes. If we're able to leave.
I feel tired.
I know you feel tired. You don't need to keep reminding me. Right. So we're not going to rest here, because I don't know that resting here actually rests our companions, who may also need to rest. We're actually going to rest just outside here, which is kind of weird, but, you know, whatever. Keep going, keep going.
I'll go ahead.
Keep going. It's a long way out here. Keep going. It'd be nice if there was a quick way out. There maybe is, but that's fine. To the map. Companions I'm taking with us. Let's take Tristian, just to see what he has. Actually, do them in order. We'll take Valerie. Take Valerie, Reg, Tristian, Octavia, Lindsay. There we go. Random party, but should be alright. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I wonder if you're an elf, whether you get more to speak about with, like, elven characters or something. We haven't really met another... We've only met Tartusio as our other gnome. We haven't met any other gnomes. This one. There's the bald hilltop that we don't go to for 30 days. Got it. And you can change your group while traveling. Okay, perfect. So that would be... Oh, and you can access the kingdom map from here. Oh, I didn't really want to go into it. I thought it would just open up in this view. Claiming new regions. You may claim new regions. Yes, fine. That's fine. I'm not worried. Please let me go back to the map. No. Close this one. Thank you. Right. This isn't quite... That wasn't quite what I meant to do here. But that's okay. You can't seem to do things simultaneously. Unless I've got this wrong. Because that definitely seemed like we didn't have any other options when we did that 14-day thing. Let's head up here. We're looking to head all the way to Shrike River. So we could head up and speak to Oleg at the trading post, which would be interesting. What actually are our lands? Our lands must end before the outskirts begins, I guess. Anyway, we also have all these kingdom resources that we need to go pick up. So are these things that we need to actually pick up? Let's go and find that out. Oh, we also need to rest. And apparently we could have rested earlier. So what does he do as his special thing? Doubles HP recovery and regeneration from ability damage. Oh, interesting. He has no lore and he has no perception. Okay. -1. 0. 0. 2. Well, you're going to be my hunter for today. Hook. I don't know if we could add a +2. We can add a +6 for helping here. Yeah, why don't you go help hunt just a little bit? Oh, does he have... He has +6? Oh, never mind. That's fine. So she does perception. Oh, no. She has to be over here. Right. And then we have Reg, who intimidates anyone else from coming near here. We'll just have a hearty meal. We don't need anything in particular. We good? I think we're good. Resting will take 9 hours. Well, that's fine. I'm happy to rest 9 hours. Okay, let's go. Okay. That's fine. We got 1 food ration. Fine. And the cook spoiled the meal. Whatever. Right, so if I head up here, do I need to collect this or is it just part of my land? Oh, I can't travel there? Okay, now we're traveling. Can I travel here? Does it do anything? Ah, now I have to claim it. That's fine, I will claim it. Okay, so we have to go around and claim everything anyway. That's fine. Where's the Shrike River one that we went to? It's over here, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Nettles Crossing. Let's head up to this one. That's fine. Might as well grab some stuff while we're here, you know? Doesn't hurt. Grab it while we're in the area. Nice. Claim. Head over this way to Nettles Crossing.
I need to catch my breath.
Are you actually kidding me, though? Right, we'll rest. Fine. Begin resting. We got 1 ration. You're not as good as Amiri. Just gonna tell you that right now. Okay. So, I would like to go in. Hopefully we can go in and then travel back in one go. That'd be my hope, but we'll see. Right. So
I'll go ahead.
We know that he is down this way somewhere. And hopefully this gives us some benefit. I don't know what benefit I'm looking for. I should change my party layout as well, actually, in case there is a fight. Because this one's probably not going to do very well. Now, we really want Valerie to be at the front. It'd be... Oh, I didn't mean to move that, but that's fine. Reg would be like there. Christian would be here. Yeah, it'd be something like that. Not that that's a very good one. This one's probably better. Oh, we'll do custom formation 1. We can't. It's kind of a dual tank thing. So we have like 2 up front. We have Tristian. Oh, it's this one's the one we're after, isn't it? Yeah, we have Tristian and we have Lindsay in the center, and then we have us 2 at the back. Yeah, that's fine. So if I do that, that looks a lot better now. Yeah, that looks so much better. Do a little quick save. Head down this way. There he is. Staglord is dead. Pharasma awaits. Farewell, Soraceros. We got research into the nature of curses, Davik Nettle. Or new event. Oh, okay. You freed an innocent soul from eternal torment, Soroceros. Yours is truly a noble soul. Christian lowers his head and begins whispering a prayer. The corpse crumbles to the ground. Okay. Fine. Do you have any loot on him? Long spear. We'll have it. +1. Okay. Anything else this way? Nope. That was it. We did get 300 XP for coming over, which is quite nice. We probably should have done that earlier, I think. But that's fine. Let's head up this way. Right. Let's leave. So. That's perfect. Right. So now I need to head back to our city. That's 1 day down. So we're now at 29 days. Wait, how many days are we at? Should have taken a note the first day we got it. Wait, I know we had 42 days, right? For an ancient curse. We now have 40 days. The 2 days are down. So we're now at 28 days. Okay. So it takes us 2 days to travel. That's fine. We're going to have plenty of time. I just want to make sure we're good. So here's I don't really have enough stuff to go. I don't have enough, what's it called? Brains completely failed me at the most important moment of like point where I'm actually speaking. Yeah, so we oh, what's this button do? Oh, it's the big map. Anyway, I was wondering whether we can go to Oleg's and get him to be my treasurer. I just had that sudden thought. I'm gonna try it. We are wasting 12 hours, but I think it's worth it. We're also gonna need to rest, and we can get supplies here. It's fine. Yes, I wish to enter Oleg's trading post. It counts as a rest location, doesn't it? Do I still have all my companions here? That'd be an interesting one, whether it moves them all back for just this short amount of time. No. Oh no, it counts as a proper location again. Interesting. So it's no longer a safe area. Okay. People are encumbered. Valerie's encumbered. Lindsay's encumbered. What's up with them? Oh, they're medium encumbered. That's fine. Hey, Oleg. Want to have a word? I'll speak another time. Farewell, Oleg. It was a good word. Well, that was a waste of time. Time to leave. I am 100% sure that nobody has anything to say there. So, we will leave. And maybe once we claim the outskirts, that'll become an option. You never know. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Anyway. And there's all of our stuff that was in that chest that's in the other place anyway. That's fine. So, I should have bought some rations, but actually we will probably be able to get away with it. We'll need to buy some more when we get back down anyway. So if I head in this way, we can grab that. Oh, the path is unknown for how to get to it? What do you mean the path is unknown? We take this path. We do move very quickly when we're in the fast zones. Yes, I would like to claim this. This resource is not in your lands and cannot be claimed. You know what? Fair enough, fair enough. So where do I see where my lands end on this map? It doesn't really say, but I guess our lands are only in the Shrike bit. Yeah, okay. So let's head back to Tuskdale. 21 hours. So we are going to have to rest.
I need to catch my breath.
Stop. This has a little mark on it. What does that mean? Is that something I have to deal with? Okay. Projects 1. Research into the nature of... Yes, we already did this. Yes, we already know that that exists. Why did it pop up and say worry, worry, worry? I don't know. Anyway, that's fine. We will continue. Alright. They want us to rest. I'm going to keep going just a little bit. Till everybody's fatigued.
Would be nice, don't you think?
Yeah, okay, we'll rest. Hopefully we get enough rations. We should. We only need 2. Yeah, we got 2 rations. That's fine. The meal was spoiled, but that's fine. Okay. Continue. We should be able to make it back. It's not a big issue, hopefully. Right. So now we've went out, we've come back. Enter. I kind of get the feeling that we weren't meant to leave, but that's... Oh, and then we can head around like this if we want to. This doesn't look much like my kingdom in terms of layout, but I want to go to the throne room. That's fine. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So it'd be nice if there was a way out of the map that way. I don't know if there is or not, but it would definitely be nice. Need to check how many days we have remaining on that quest. So we had 42 days to start with. We now have 37, which means that we have used 5 days. Which means that we have 25 days till we have to go and deal with it, right? Okay. So. Oh, Lander. Yes, we haven't spoken to him yet. He wasn't here last time. Hey, Lander. A tall young man of about 17 stands before you. He's athletic, and his composure and bearing hint at nobility. A faint smile curves his lips, but his gaze remains cold and examining. As you approach, Lander stops studying his fingernails, his broad smile revealing brilliant white teeth. Ah, greetings! Greetings, Your Grace. Oh, apologies, where are my manners today? Lander laughs, still with no mention of your title. I must have my head in the clouds today. I'd like to learn more about you, Lander. Me, but I'm such a bore, Lander huffs indignantly, though he's clearly flattered by your attention. What would you like to know? Tell me about your family. House Lebeda is considered one of the most influential in Brevoy, and rightly so. We own the fertile lands around Lake Rykal and the Castle of Silverhall, an impressive structure famous well beyond Brevoy's borders. We also control a significant amount of the land of the lake and river shipping trade in the region. And, if it's my family that's of interest to you, my father passed away long ago. My mother spent years attempting to marry my sister, Alana, off to our beloved king, Noleski Sertova. As for myself, well, the family remembers I exist on the rare, and not so rare occasions when I end up causing everyone trouble. Lander gives a disarming smile. Judging by that story, nobody is truly close to you. Close relations are a luxury that some people can't afford. Lander looks away for a moment before continuing. I once became close to a man I considered to be a mentor and a friend. I later learned he'd been using me to acquire information on my house's caravans for some local bandits. I learned much from that experience, and so I shall watch your entourage with a keen eye. I won't allow any untrustworthy or suspicious people to go unnoticed. You can trust me on that. What about yourself? Anyway, what do you value most in people? Decisiveness, Lander answers immediately, then adds, well, sensible decisiveness. I've no taste for those who sit and mumble all day when the time to act has come, nor for those who rush in without consideration or planning. You know, I like your style. You came of age 2 years ago. Why, Lebeda, are you still heir to the throne and not sitting upon it yourself? A throne is a curious thing. It owns you more than you own it. My mother bent over backwards to draw me into possession of my father's legacy, but I would like Lander to really see and do something in this world before he becomes Lord Lebeda. You will return home eventually, won't you? Of course. Can't let a throne sit empty after all, especially not one so wealthy. Lander's eyes gleam. I will return someday, but for today my house can wait. Alright, let's return to this conversation later. Why not? Okay, any advice for me, Counselor? I've met Keston Garrus before. He was an amiable, gregarious man. Not at all like he is now, Lander sighs. Now he's a broken man. And I don't consider it wise to trust broken people with important positions. Okay, so he's trying to push us away from the Aldores. Interesting. How'd you like being regent? It gives me great satisfaction, Your Grace. The very thought of how much I influenced the barony. Ah, but you must be asking after my responsibilities. All matters are well in hand. By no means do they hamper my other affairs. I need to discuss discuss politics and the affairs of the barony with you. Always glad to provide counsel, Lander smiles. What's going on between the Royal House, Suratova and the Aldori Sword Lords? To be blunt, sly schemers battling for power against stubborn blusterers. Long ago, both of them ruled a kingdom of their own. The Suratovas ruled over Isia, and the Aldori Sword Lords over Rosland. Then, Chorl Rogarvia came in with his dragons and made it abundantly clear to everyone that everything they saw around them was his. Who do you think ran quickest to express their deep devotion and loyalty? It certainly wasn't the Aldori. They fought to the last, and they almost died out as a result. Over the next 2 centuries, the Suratovas squeezed everything they could from the benevolence of their rulers. And now, after the vanishing of the Rogarvia line, Noleski Suratova has seized the throne. But the Suratovas owe a blood debt to half of Brevoy. It will prove difficult for them to hold on to that power. This makes them paranoid. They see enemies everywhere, and the Aldori are no exception. Okay, what's my barony's role in the Suratova-Aldori conflict? I'm certain they'll try and win my support. The Aldori are brave and senseless. You're more likely to pull them out of trouble than to be the one receiving aid. And the Suratovas are smart, but they'll gladly sell you out if they see profit in it. They're also unbearably boring. All of which means you made a wise decision when you picked me as your ally, Lander smiles. I wouldn't pander to either of them, but I'd also avoid angering either of them until there's a good cause. What can you tell me of the River Kingdoms? Have you ever seen a jar full of spiders? It's much the same. Only on a greater scale. A plethora of small nations and city-states that form spontaneously and dissipate just as rapidly. Nevertheless, there are those that could potentially pose a serious threat or become a promising ally. Pitax, a fine example here. Okay, so he's saying that Pitax, we can either bury the hatchet, have an ally, or they will become a threat. Fair enough. That's enough business. We'll speak later. Right, so we are getting fairly late in the episode, but I do want to do something before we end it, something different. So, in here, I think it's time to start ruling a kingdom. We don't really have any... I can't see quests from this menu. But from my memory, we don't actually have any quests that we need to do. So we're not going to do any. Now we have 2 options. We can either take the outskirts, which is something I want to do. We can do a project. Well, we have many. We can take the outskirts, do a project, have a look at events. Oh, you know what we should do with our advisors? We have no treasurer, but what was our other position that we now have free? Wasn't high priest. Wasn't military. What? Definitely wasn't counselor. Wasn't this one. Okay, so our storyteller, we do not have a position for him yet. Okay, so what were the positions available? So we have one for loyalty, military, economics, and divine, I think. Is that right? It'd be nice if it showed the picture next to each of these ones. Anyway. But we need to get a few extra ones in there. So that just means basically ranking them up. So events. Do we have any events? We have no events right now. That's fine. I don't want to enter this village, but oh, you can enter like that. So you can just say, I'm going to travel to this place and enter. Oh wait, but that also you can also build here. Oh, interesting. You can claim the outskirts or projects. Now there is a project I want to do right away. Can I see these in a bigger form? I think I have to open them up, and then I can. What's Tristian's training? Oh, this increases our companions level, making them join my current party. Okay, that's fine. That's the way we get them up. It's 7 days, basically, to push them up. So, I made an agreement with Josef Selmas that he would give me 500 BP, and I would work exclusively with Restov's Builders Guild. I'm okay with this, but there are no advisors currently available because we need a treasurer, I assume, to do that project. Okay. Wonder if we could have had a treasurer at this point. Who would be our... Did we miss a companion? I don't think we missed a companion, but maybe you could go further out and get one, because I mean the Technic Leagues one we could have missed entirely. We could have left out to the side and gone to Varnhold or, you know, anywhere. We could have gone all the way to Dunsward if we wanted to. So, it's not impossible. Like, we could have also went over here. So I suppose we could have had more companions at this point. Research into the nature of curses. Might be prudent to study it and become more prepared next time. Requires 45 days to solve. Does that really mean I just sit here for 45 days? That seems a lot. I need to check that, because that doesn't seem right, right? Trade agreement with the Suratovas. Again, we need stuff for that. So, let's claim the outskirts. I think that seems like a good way to go. And I think that will give us our... That may, if I'm right in thinking, give us Oleg, someone as our treasurer. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's claim the outskirts. Choose an advisor. Do we choose Lander or Tristian? I think we choose Lander. Yeah. So if I start the claim, this just goes forward. That's fine. Maybe we're not always occupied with everything. Maybe some of these things can be done simultaneously. So we have now had success and we have claimed it as part of our kingdoms. It now includes the outskirts. Good, right? Yes. Done. Your barony, one of your barony stats has reached 20. It's time for you to increase its rank. First, meet with your advisors and discuss the future of the state. To do so, return to your capital, click on the button, and click on the button appropriate to the event card in the throne room. Whatever choices you make, remember your advisors may disapprove. If your current advisor decides that you argue too much, they will quit forever. After you talk to an advisor and make a decision, your new kingdom project will be available that increases the stat rank. You can find it at the bottom corner of the project screen. It will take you and your advisors 14 days to complete the project. Time will be automatically sped up until the project is completed. Okay. So I have no idea what day this is, but that's fine. Events. We have 3 events. With Harem has a request. Bandits have outrage. So several bandit encampments have emerged in the Nar marches. They plunder the peasants, rob taxes. So Nar marches are over here. Okay. It's fine. An advisor wants to an urgent matter that concerns the barony's future. So if I click on this, I can then visit the throne room. And maybe we have to speak to a couple of people here. So I think that we're on 11 days before we have to go and deal with that problem at the hill as well. Hopefully this gets us actual XP as well. That would be nice. We'll see. We'll see. Right. That's Tristian. Or is that... It is. Tristian lowers his head. Greetings, Baroness. I'm sorry to take you away from your other affairs, but your people need you. When the stolen lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief. But many are still confused by their swift change of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baroness or what to expect of you. Will you be a fair ruler for all? Only those of wealth and status. Let us reassure your people. Show them where your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration would help win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount on a luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony. But I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whose shoulders your power truly resides. You know what? I think you're right. A fair for the common people. I want them to know that I hold them closest to my heart. Tristian smiles warmly. God, I am doing madly with the reading. We will hold a common celebration where everyone will be welcome, including the poor and downtrodden. This is the greatest gift a ruler can give to her people. Okay, nice. Okay, so we're getting a lot of these events, I guess that's saying. Hey, Harem. Alright, so I guess we get all of the events will come up to us in the throne room. We just have to visit it. I get it. Harem looks embarrassed. He runs his fingers through his beard and clears his throat a few times, then speaks at last. I heard, well, not that it's important, but, well. He clears his throat again. I heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarfs of the 5 King Mountains runs through these lands. I don't know what happened to them or where they went. Unforgiving time spares no one, but the road itself is still here. And possibly not only the road. He holds his beard in his fist. Well, Soroceros, I have a request. If you find any dwarven ruins in the area, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Of course, Harem. If I find any dwarven ruins, I'll take you to them. Well, thank you, Soroceros. Thank you. See you later. Oh, hello, Jod. Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently, and I noticed old Bokken just standing there, bored to death with nothing to do. Bokken's the quirky old alchemist. Yes, of course, I remember him. This is most unfortunate. After all, the old grumbler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use for his skills, since the locals need nothing more than the simplest of healing potions. Then it struck me. Why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decoctions and tinctures would certainly prove most useful to you. Also, it might be cheaper than simply buying from him or some other merchant. Okay, so we've got somebody who will give us some stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. To access the barony management streams, click on the table standing before the throne. Really? This is the time you thought to tell me that? Okay, we have to go talk to Bokken. That's alright. So if I quick save and then head back to this screen, a little bit of like, what do we do? But we'll get there. We'll get there. Start the rank up project. The advisor and the Baroness will spend 14 days on a special project to increase the rank of a respective stat. You can find one such project under the projects tab, assign an advisor, and start the project to increase the rank of that. Okay. Harem has a request. We've already done that. What's the next one? Bandits Outrage. Okay. Requires 7 days to solve. DC 14 D20 plus question mark. Okay, so we can choose an advisor to handle the thing. So if I choose Amiri. Okay, +3 to military on success or triumph. There's a DC 14 on a D20 +6, which means she has to roll an 8, but it takes 7 days to solve. Now, it should be done before the 7th month. 1st of the 7th, so it has to be done now. Okay. Anything else that needs to be done? No. We have 11 days till we meet the next thing, so I think that we should do that. But I also want to check. There's no way of heading up to Oleg's, is there? Oh, we could find a new settlement as well. Oh, okay. I don't know what that does. Okay. Well, we'll need to figure that one out at some point. I'm sure the game will tell us about it. And then we have projects where we can support... Okay, so that's the loyalty one we can push up. Okay, so... I want to see whether when I do this one, it doesn't say it will take us 7 days. It says it will take Amiri 7 days, right? Start event. Okay, so the Amiri is busy for 7 days. Okay, so it specifically is ones that make us busy. Okay, interesting. But it also means that because she's doing that, she is not available for our party, I would assume. But she is now dealing with that, hopefully. Project. So this one requires us. I see. But do we have other ones that don't require anyone? Yeah, so I could have Yod doing this because he has nothing better to do. It's 45 days to solve, but he also has nothing better to do. I understand. Okay. Tristian's training as well. I can send Tristian... Oh, wait. I can send somebody else to do Tristian's training. Oh, okay. Interesting. So if I send Lander to do that, only costs 25 BP, which is less than we earn it in a week. That seems good, right? Ivenka's offer. He wants to build a shrine in our land, and that would get us an ally. Potentially good. Our agreement, we have no advisors that we can agree with. But we have no treasurers available. That's fine. We need to get a treasurer at some point. Wait. Back to projects. I'm now starting to understand how this goes. The trade agreement, we also have nobody available. Rebuilding the Temple of the Elk, we could send Yod to do. So we have a lot that Yod needs to do. None of this is time-gated, though. I'm going to send... Well, I already have... I'm going to send Yod to do this one, because it's only 7 days. A shrine to a good god is unlikely to be bad. It's at its own expense, and it gains a useful ally and a place of worship. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good. Start that project. And there's nothing else that needs to be done. We have 11 days till we have to head out to the hill. But that's fine, because Tristian's not going to be ready for another 7 days. So we have 4 days free, basically. We have 4 days after he's finished his training to take him there. Okay. So, what I propose we do is we go and visit Bokken, and then that will take up some of our time. We can also pick up some resources while we're there. That's my plan. Now, can we build anything over here? I assume that we can't build anything. It says nothing can be built. Nothing is built, but it doesn't say we cannot build. Okay. Also, really? We're not going to have this be called Tuskendale. This is going to be called... well, the whole place is called Seiros. So this will be called... I don't know. What would we even call it? Well, we kind of worship... We're kind of a Fae person, aren't we? So I'm thinking something in Fae. Pharos? Yeah. It's Pharos, capital of Seiros. Perfect. Sounds good to me. So, how do we build? It doesn't say how we build here, right? Okay, I'm going to head out of here. If your kingdom is destroyed, the game will be over. Well, I hope that that's not how our game ends, with our kingdom going down in flames. Hopefully I can keep it going. Hopefully. Right. I'm expecting a curse will probably end it, if anything else, just judging from what we've heard. We have a court alchemist, we have an unwanted legacy. We've got to find dwarven ruins for Harem. Okay. So, what I want to do is I want to know how to build there. So, can I use our encyclopedia for... No. None of those. Where is how... I don't need character creation. I was kind of hoping for something to like, how to build. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode here because it's about the right time. I'm going to find out how to build off camera and we'll come back next time and I'll know how to build. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.